the track to get to Watts Bridge is dead ahead. I can't maintain separation between the clouds and the top of the mountains there.
Yeah.
So if I was going to diverge, I need to do it through the gap. I can't make it through there. I'm just going to head straight towards the gap. Right, center.
Your cross-country endorsement allows you to go outside that 25-mile ring that we're stuck in with our recreational pilot certificate, lets you explore more of the country. There are some restrictions on it, such as controlled airspace, but you know, we've got one student now who's using that and he's gone to Harvey Bay for lunch for the day, so it gives you that extra bit of planning and something more exciting to do with your licence. With a new student, it's quite interesting because you get in there and they're a little bit intimidated at first, so just like to let them relax, tell them just fly the aeroplane, we're here for a bit of fun. Don't worry about me, you just take me for a joyride at this stage. Find out a little bit about them, have a bit of general conversation. You've got to judge the student, make sure they're calm, relaxed, otherwise the whole thing's not going to work. So once you've got them in the right mindset, then you just continue.
Steve tells me to stay clear of the prison down there, so just going around it.
That's only because that's the prison where a woman years ago went and got a helicopter licence. Then on her second solo flew down here and landed in there to try and pick up her boyfriend.
No way.
I wanted to do my cross-country endorsement because I'd already started my pilot certificate, and I don't know, just it was the next step for me to go to progress my certificate further through to my license, which I'm still currently doing. But it had been a couple of weeks since I'd actually done my last nav though, so I was a little bit nervous, like, oh, you know, like, you've done this before, you'll be right. But then, yeah, just preparing myself with the maps and doing everything that you do always before your navigation flight, which is planning as much as possible, but mostly pretty nervous at the same time as well, closer that I got to it.
To Vetso, Bravo Echo.
1, 2, 6, 7. Kilcoy traffic Sting 1651 is currently 10 nautical miles to the east of Kilcoy Airfield, tracking direct to Watts Bridge overhead, Somerset Dam, Kilcoy. So the pre-test was the first navigation that I'd done in like a fair amount of weeks. So it was, I felt like it was a dog's breakfast because it was just initiating all the muscle memory from all those weeks ago when I did all my training. So it was just remembering which map to use and stuff like that. Like it all worked fine in the end. It was it wasn't as fine-tuned as I had it prepared in my head.
Levi's pre-test had a few little things to iron out, so we sat down, we had a debrief on those items, which he took all of them on board. One was just being that one step ahead of the aircraft. I always like to teach, what am I doing now, what am I doing next? So it's no sense barreling into Gympie, say, and you're getting to the circuit, but you haven't thought about how you're going to join the circuit. So you've got to do that, 5 miles out at least. So now I'm tracking to Gympie, I'm at 3,000 feet. I'm going to descend, I'm going to join the circuit on a crosswind leg and for whatever runway. So it's about staying one step ahead of the aeroplane. It makes everything just run so much more smoothly.
I think preparation's key to obviously planning a flight. It's very important to prepare for it. But I think just on my own behalf, just preparation probably could have been a bit neater. I was a little bit flustered just because had like maps for days all over my lap and trying to use the instruments and stuff like that. Yeah, I think after the pre-test, I was really glad that I did it in the morning, before on the same day as my actual test. Yeah, it was nice to get all the bad stuff out of the way in the morning. Not that it was super bad, but it was good to just kind of go, oh, I need to make sure I look at this afternoon for the test, and I make sure I keep my eye on that, and just a good, like I said before, a good icebreaker. But yeah, I was pretty like concerned with myself. I was like, oh, I hope my test isn't like that, but it was good to get all the cobwebs out.